Eh, little bit early, but that's okay. What up, nieces and nephews? It's Uncle JD here once again with the anger management edition of this live stream. Um, I'll let you know when to call in if you want to call in, but for the moment, just give it some time. I lost track of time and did not have everything pre-set up. So, part of this live stream is the setup also. Hey, Madison Gonzalez says hi. What up? You're the first one in, by the way. Anthony says I'm back. Welcome back, Anthony. Yeah, I figured I would go ahead and go live while I'm still setting up, because I didn't want to be late again. Just about set up here, so bear with me, y'all. And again, this is the anger management edition of the live stream. Hang on one quick second. Alright, there we go. Wait, am I forgetting something? Yep. Alright. So, as I'm making my way back to my chair, how was everybody's day today? Alright, bear with me as I set the phone down to where I can grab my chair. Mine is, Anthony says mine is okay, but my stomach kept hurting in certain times. Yeah, I totally get it. The whole thing about stomach pain and all that. I have abdominal pain from pancreatitis, stuff like that, constantly. Let's see here, William. Forgive me if I say it wrong. William Revelis says, "What up, Grandpa? I ain't your grandpa. I'm your uncle, Uncle JD." Sarah says, "Daniel Larson Core." Not sure what that means. Paula Pinnis Flynn or Pinnix Flynn, hopefully I didn't butcher it too bad, says hi. What up, Paula? So again, this is the anger management edition of the live stream. I appreciate that, Paula, but nah, I'm not that cool. I'm just another guy that's out here. But yeah, this is the anger management edition, so here in a little bit, I'll let y'all know when it'll be a good time for you to call in and, get some anger out. Peter Desolate says don't smoke. Paula says it's bad. Paula says it's bad. Mr. Palad doing crack tonight. Are you asking me or telling me? Don't smoke. Don't smoke, it's bad. Don't smoke. Anthony, it has nicotine, which calms your brain down. Don't smoke. Okay, so we got people on both sides of the aisle on the smoking thing. I've actually cut down. I used to do 2 packs a day. Now I'm right around 1 pack a day. So I'm getting there. Mr. Plaza's doing meth or heroin. Are you trying to get me to guess what it is that you're doing there, Mr. Palad, or are you asking me if I'm doing meth or heroin? Because I don't do either. My substances of choice are marijuana, cocaine, Percocets, and Xanax. I need a bath. I actually have access to showers and stuff there, Mr. Palad, so unless you can smell me from where you're at, how would you be able to tell? Paula, guess my age. I'm gonna say you're 24. Opeth Blue, trust me, a smoker knows it's bad. Y'all don't understand how much of a beast nicotine is. Yep. Mr. Palad says cowlick. Nope. I'm actually training the hair to join the rest of this dreadlock. That is not a cowlick. That is just the hair tangling and, you know, matting up and doing what it's doing. Paula says nope. Okay, am I close? Mr. Palad says do the needles instead. I do needles for insulin because I'm type 3 diabetic, but that's about as close as it gets. Paula says no. Okay, it's lower. All right. 17. Guessing 17? No? 19? And if I got that wrong, I'll give one more guess. You look like a Kamala voter, says Mr. Palad. Actually, I'm a non-voter. Like George Carlin said, if you participate, that's when you don't get the right to complain because you played into it. Me, I don't play into the bullshit. So, no, I don't vote for anybody. Now, I was going to vote this year, but that was just for Amendment 3, which would have been the legalization of cannabis in the state of Florida. But I didn't register in time, so que sera, sera. Paula Penix Flynn says it's really low. I'm going to say 9. Opeth Blue says same here. Are you saying same here about the whole non-participator thing? I'm just trying to make sure that I'm keeping up with the chat properly here. 8. Okay. I was gonna say 8, but I was like, nah, let me go at 9. But okay. All right, cool. Opeth Blue feels the same way. Clown World, how long ago did you break into that house? Not sure which house you're talking about, because I break into so many of them, but where I'm at now is an office building. I'm outside of the office building, actually, and I have a friend that runs the call center on the inside of the office building, and occasionally I get to stay inside the office instead of being out in the cold, rain, or whatever the case might be. Anthony says, guys, relax. Dom Barnes says, LOL. Clonwell says, unhoused gentleman. That's the politically correct way of saying the homeless guy. But yeah. Sounds like you broke in, LOL. There's been times where I've had to unofficially get invited into a place. But that's all behind me now. Just like that statement was all behind me. Let's see here. Anyway, this episode, Anthony says, looks like you're in Cali. Is that an I? I can't quite make that out. It looks like it says Cali. State of Florida, actually. Clown World, how do you get money for meth? I don't use meth. Marijuana, cocaine, Percocets, Xanax. That's it. Opeth Blue asks, you are homeless? Yep. I mean, you know, I've got a couple of people that let me, you know, camp in their backyard, or, you know, I get to stay in the office sometimes, you know. So I ain't got it as bad as other homeless people do, but yes, I am homeless. Big Rig says, hi guard. What up? Dom Barnes says, LOL, you tried. Clown World, meth is cheaper than coke. Maybe so, but I don't touch the dirty shit. And I like Coke. I prefer Faygo and then Pepsi, but Coke, especially when sipping it through the nose, is pretty good. Now, ironically, I'm drinking a Diet Coke because the gas station across the street didn't have any other diet soda than Coke, and I have to follow a diabetic diet now because I really fucked up because I wasn't taking my insulin the way I was supposed to, I wasn't eating right, I wasn't exercising, and now it's biting me in the ass. Brandville Hannah says, hi, what up, Brandville Hannah? Don Barnes, it's okay, you'll get it together eventually. Don Barnes, but you smoke cigarettes, you lost. Don Barnes also says, diet sodas, boy, you thirsty. Hey, man. I usually stay thirsty because of the diabetes, but yeah. By the way, diet is worse for you. Yeah, I know, but when it comes to diabetes, diabetics, the diet sodas are better for the diabetic than the regular soda, although diet sodas are worse for you than regular sodas in general. Don Barnes says H2O. I do drink water from time to time also, but I did just get done eating my dinner, which was a burrito and some Cheetos, and I prefer the taste of soda with food instead of water. Clown World, you think he's worried about what's worse for him? All right. So it seems like, Clown World is enjoying the opportunity to take some jabs at me. That's cool. And I'll take this moment to say this. Y'all can say whatever the fuck you want to say about me. I don't give a fuck. But if you start interacting with each other in the chats, keep it civil. You can have heated debates. You can, playfully get into it. That's all good. But the moment that you start crossing a line, being offensive to each other or harassing each other, I have never had to do it, so I'm not sure how to do it, but I'm sure I'll figure it out. But I will kick you out and ban you from the live streams if you can't keep from offending other viewers. Now, like I said, say what you want about me, because Uncle JD don't give a fuck. Just be civil with each other if you interact with each other in the chat. Anthony says, since this is the anger management edition, can you give us a topic to talk about? Alright, so what I'll do is I'll get some anger out. It'll be quick for me. So today I was putting in some hours here at this yellow office building because my friend runs the call center here. And basically we had an agreement, and he's not following through with his side of it. After I put in forth my effort and had achieved what I needed to achieve, and now he's not wanting to stick up to his side. So yeah, I'm pretty fucking pissed. But I'm mainly pissed at myself, because this isn't the first time that he's pulled this shit, and then I've let it happen. So yeah, I'm pretty pissed off about that. But and I'm pissed off about noisy cars in the background when I'm trying to do it fucking live. Anyway, from now until the end of the live stream, you can call in and get some anger out if you have any anger that you need to get out. Let me make sure that Do Not Disturb is not turned on. Alright, yep. Alright, so from here till the end of the live stream, and I will put it on speakerphone, that way everyone else can hear you as well. 656-900-2851. That's 656-900-2851. Florida, United States of America. I don't know if there's some kind of special code you gotta dial out to be able to dial to the United States, unless you're in the United States. But if you want to call and be on the show, venting a little anger out, or if you just want to say what's up, 656-900-2851. Let's see here. Let's see here. One more time. All right, 656-900-2851. And feel free to throw something in the chat that you're angry about. Feel free to call in and talk about what you're angry about. I will say this: if you call in, gonna try to keep each call-in moment 5 minutes or less, to give you a decent amount of time to where you can say something and actually get your sentences out of what you're angry about, or to say whatever it is that you feel like saying. And in the meantime, gonna go ahead and get my mind right. Anthony says, thank you, I'll call at 8. I'm not sure what that means, if you're referring to 8 people that are viewing, or 8 o'clock where you're at, or whatever the case might be. Where I'm at, it is 10:49 Eastern Standard Time, United States of America, aka Florida time. I will say this: if the stream is over and you decided to call the phone number, leave a message if I don't answer. Or feel free to shoot a text. just, let me know who you are. All right, so Anthony says at his time zones he'll call in 10 minutes. So you must be 3 hours behind. California? Is that where you're calling from? Maybe Nevada? I don't know if Nevada's in the same time zone as California. All right. Surprisingly, I've got quite a few people from California that watch, which I think is pretty cool. Don't tell me it's dying. Even if it was dying, I've got a new one in the box waiting to go. This might be getting ready to go bad because that tasted kind of funny. Yeah, I think I'm done with that one. I'm just gonna have to use the new one. Let's see here. Can you tell us the downsides of vaping and things alike? Okay, so when it comes to vaping, the vaping that I do is Delta 8, Delta 9, Delta 10, Delta 11, THCA, THCP, THCJD, HHC, and I believe HHCP is another part of it. But yeah, and then there's also THC vapes. Those are the only types of vapes I use. Now, there is a downside to vaping altogether, no matter if it's THC related or nicotine related or whatever the case might be. And that is, one, you're putting moisture into your lungs, which can cause you to get pneumonia. Two, a lot of vapes have been known to cause people to be inhaling burnt metal shavings. So that's not good for your lungs either. Sometimes a vape can backfire and you'll get hot burning oil shooting into your mouth. And that sucks, because it burns and it tastes like shit. Yeah, that's about all the downsides that I can think of. Now, plus side is you can't smell it. It doesn't linger as long. And if you're ever in the hospital, whether you want to smoke a cigarette for nicotine or smoke some weed to get stoned, the vape is the safe way of doing that because there's no fire. Because if you're in a hospital room and you light a lighter or a match or whatever the case might be, and there's a little bit of an oxygen leak in your room, because the tanks and the hoses and everything are ran throughout the building, that spark hits that oxygen, it blows up the entire fucking facility. So vaping is the safe way to do it. Now, most hospitals will say you're not allowed to vape in the hospital, but it's more like you're not allowed to get caught. So, if you're gonna do it safe. Use a vape, no fire. Oh yeah, and not only is my friend not following through with the amount of hours that I was supposed to be getting from him, it's also how was I trying to explain that? Oh yeah, the structure to the hours. When he does give me the hours, he's trying to work me Monday through Saturday. That's not what we agreed upon. What we agreed upon was an additional hour Monday through Thursday. So instead of giving me an extra hour for those 4 days, he's expecting me to work those 4 hours on a Saturday, 6 days. That shit pisses me off. What about you guys? What makes y'all angry? Is it something as simple as waking up on the wrong side of the bed? Is it because the mailman never fully closes the mailbox and it rains and it gets your mail wet? Does your sister get everything from your parents and you don't get anything? Did you accidentally step in dog shit? You know, what makes you angry? Let's see here. Anthony says, honestly, things that make me angry are hard days. Okay, I can understand that. And I'll let you explain a little more of what makes days hard for you whenever you call in. I will say this, we are hitting the 29-minute mark here in about 15 seconds. With the fact that operation hours for tomorrow here in the here in the yellow office building start at 9. People will be showing up between 8 and 8:30, which means I have to make sure that any messes I make are cleaned, and I have to have my bedroll and sleeping bag rolled up and put away. That way it doesn't look like somebody has been sleeping in the office. Now, nobody questions me being here before anybody else, but there doesn't need to be any evidence of me sleeping in the office. let's see here. Sorry, but I have to go soon. I will call after I leave. Okay, not a problem. Probably going to be on here for about another 30 minutes, just to give you a heads up. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Because of the fact that, everything starts at 9 a.m., I do need to call it a early night. Plus, for some reason, I'm starting to get a headache. Might be because of how low that vape pen is. But we'll see. So far, got 6 likes on this live stream. Good a time as any to say if you like what you see in the live streams or in the videos on my channel and everything like that. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when all the videos come out. I forgot to put on Do Not Disturb. I'm sorry. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when all my videos come out or whenever I go live. Then tell all your friends about me and have them tell 2 friends and then have them tell 2 friends and then have them tell 2 friends. That way Uncle JD can get monetized. If you're still on for the live and you're new to the live streams or new to the channel or whatever the case might be, say hello and what country you're from so I can say hello back and give your country a shout out, and say something that makes you angry on the anger management edition of the Uncle JD live stream. Some shit was kind of crazy last night. Well, a little bit before 2 a.m. Stepped outside, heard somebody screaming. Thought it was somebody screaming in the woods next door. But apparently somebody from one of the suites in the office building had dialed 911. Not sure what kind of business it is, but didn't see anybody getting arrested. And one of the officers said something about seeing a child walking around laughing. So, not sure what happened, but it was in a office building. Nando Rambo, yo! You're so stressed out. Well, dude, it's anger management edition, so vent away, dude, vent away. Anthony, I hate to say it, but it's going to have to be a first come, first serve situation. This is a call-in live stream to where you can vent your anger or whatever on the stream, on the phone. 656-900-2851. And Rambo says I keep losing on my trades, down to my last $1,000, and I got bills due this month. Dude, that sucks, bro. That sucks. I hate to hear that, man. What do you think is causing you to... Is it that you're choosing bad stocks, or are you being given bad information or anything? What do you feel is causing you to lose on it? Also, I do want to mention we're at 35-minute mark now. So I'll be doing this for about another 25 minutes because I do need to be up early. Now, I'm not going to lie, Nando Rambo, I don't understand how stocks and trading and all that works, so I'm not even going to try and give any suggestions. I'm just saying, what is the common factor with all the losses that you're experiencing? Like once you can identify that common negative factor, it should make it easier to address. Nando Rambo, I was betting on Bitcoin stocks like MicroStrategy and Mara, but they kept dropping, so I pulled out, and then Bitcoin pumped too hard, and I would have made most of my money back. Damn. Risk and timing. Well, if risk and timing is the problem, if something makes you feel nervous, maybe you shouldn't pull out the whole thing. If you're able to do part of your investment or whatever the case might be, if you feel nervous about it, pull some of it out, but leave some there just in case. Not giving yourself enough time and was risking too much, but back where I started. Okay. Well, if you're back where you started, hopefully you weren't starting in the hole. So if you weren't starting in the hole, being back where you started is still not in the hole. So at least you're not in the hole. So that is a good thing, right? Let's see here. Let's see here, Nando Rambo. I've been looking for jobs and no one wants to hire me, so this has been my only income for the last 6 months. Damn. That sucks. Yeah, no one's been hiring me either. Now, they have not seen what I look like, so they can't, it can't be based on my appearance. And I've got a great resume. But I'm thinking the type of jobs that I'm going after, along with the fact that we did get pummeled by a couple of storms, and ever since the storms and everything, a lot of job-related activity has been slowed down because I can only do phone work right now. I am not physically capable of doing manual labor jobs. So I know how it feels with places not wanting to hire you. There we go. Had to correct my elbow. Alright, so anyone watching this, whether you're watching it live or you're watching the archive, y'all know I keep it real raw and authentic. So I say that to say this. I'm shooting for the hour mark We're at the 40-minute mark right now, and might have to go. Might have to go do. And if that happens, I might have to cut it off soon, sooner than planned. Nando Rambo, GameStop starting to pump again based on Roaring Kitty tweet post. What is Roaring Kitty? Or who is Roaring Kitty? Sorry about that. Started feeling some pain in my side. Had to fight it off. I'll have to look into that. Because we've got a few GameStops in the Tampa, Florida area. And you would wonder how they stay open, because they don't really get a lot of traffic. Yeah, liver damage is never good. I've got some cirrhosis myself. But fortunately, the liver can repair itself, so that is a good thing. But in regards to needing to be seen, if you're and being scared about it, especially if you're feeling pain, it might be a good idea to just go to the hospital, like the emergency room, tell them the pain that you're feeling, where you're feeling it at. They'll probably do some CAT scans, probably test your urine and blood and all that, and look at some images to determine if there's anything going on with your liver, but at least you'll know. Managed to take something for pain earlier from the pain in my back, because my back's been killing me ever since that procedure in the hospital a few weeks ago. Managed to get the pain under control today, but it's starting to come back now. Nando Rambo, I always feel like shit and wonder why. Yeah, I would, if you can't afford to go see a regular doctor like a primary care physician, I would, if it was me, you would find me going to the hospital, telling them, where I'm hurting at, or, whatever the case might be, or whatever you're experiencing, whatever symptoms you're having, and try to get diagnosed. Then they'll set up a follow-up appointment, which no matter if you have insurance or not, that primary care physician that they have you follow up with has to see you, because it is a hospital follow-up. But I believe you only have a few days or a set number of days to pull that off. before your ability to have that follow-up appointment without, any discrepancies happens or some shit like that. Anyway. So, I just got reminded of times whenever I was living out of my car, back before I got totaled. During the cold months, it would get real cold. But in my car, I had a whole bunch of comforters. And I would just lock them doors, bury myself in comforters, and try to be as comfortable as I could be in the sitting position. Me and my wife lived in my car for a while there. Now, I used to say, I give her credit for being willing to stay in the car with me. Not anymore, because in retrospect, she benefited by staying in the car with me compared to what she had going on with her family when they didn't follow through with what they told her they were going to do for her if she tried to get me in trouble. So no, that bitch doesn't get any credit for staying in the car with me. Especially the way that she fucking treated me, even while we were living in the car. Because I told her, I won't get into that right now. It'll be for another time of anger management. Because there's just not enough time on the remaining part of this one to get into that. All I know is public service announcement. Don't ever go rushing into any type of relationship, whether it be romantic, business, friendship, whatever. Don't rush into that shit. Because more often than not, you're gonna end up fucking yourself over. Alright, so I either gotta do 5 applications tonight or 6 applications tomorrow for child support. because if I'm not paying anything, they want me filling out applications looking for work. And I forgot to document the few places that I have done applications for. And yeah. I know I didn't have a house or anything, but I was affected by the storms in October. And I was in the hospital most of November. Or at home recovering. Home. It was my extended stay. So now that I'm kind of getting back to somewhat normal, I have to get back to doing the applications for child support. But yeah. So keep your eyes open for future posts of the if there's a theme for the live stream or not. Attempting to do 2 live streams per day. One in the morning and one in the evening. Different topics for different streams. And with the fact that operation hours start at 9 a.m. tomorrow, probably going to do if I do get to do one tomorrow morning, it'll be a really early morning one. Well, early morning to me, Eastern Standard Time, United States of America, aka Florida time. And yeah, that'll be the way that I start my morning. I'll make up some coffee. I got a cherry and cream cheese Danish. I'll have that for breakfast. Probably get my mind right after. And then probably jump on for whatever amount of time I can do a live stream for. And take it from there. Little side note. I can look at just about any surface or anything that appears to have a surface visually and see a face inside of whatever the hell I'm looking at. So I may do a video showing the faces that I see that I am able to trace or draw or sketch. Sometimes you'll see a picture of what the hell I was looking at in order to see that face. And other times you'll just see the drawing that I did. Just remembered I got some mounds inside. The coconut covered in dark chocolate. I'm gonna eat some of those. But I think I'm gonna eat them simply because I got my mind right and now I'm hungry. Yeah. Because dark chocolate sits good on the stomach. Coconut sits good on the stomach. Gives you a pleasant aftertaste in the mouth. Pleasant aftertaste if you burp. Sits good on the stomach instead of upsetting it. And so forth. I'm glad I grabbed them. Because I ain't got any Tums or anything. Ain't no Pepto-Bismol around for the nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea that may come. For some reason, I'm in the mood to shoot some dice. Try to win some money that way. Not trying to encourage anybody to gamble, but CeeLo is a quick money maker game. As long as you're smart enough to keep it low stakes and know when to walk away, CeeLo is the game for you. And you can walk away with, maybe up to a few hundred. It just depends on the people that you're playing with and how much y'all are willing to bet. But even if you're playing $1 a round, the game is so simplified that you can play a bunch of rounds back to back with a quickness. and I don't think I have the focus to explain the rules of CELO right now, so just Google it. But anyway, we have officially hit the 1 hour mark. I'm starting to feel tired anyway, so I do need to get off here. So until tomorrow, for now, Uncle JD signing out. As always, everybody stay safe.